This show has no intermission and pledge to turn off all photo, video, and audio surveillance devices. For the next 90 minutes, you are not permitted to curate the present or fetishize the past because you're afraid of not having a future. Be here now, or you will be removed. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not,
goodness, I do appreciate that. I do love a warm hand on my entrance. My name is Hedwig, and please welcome the Angry Inch. And of course, my husband and man, Friday through Thursday, Yitzhak. No, there's no need for that. There's no need. Oh my God, look at all of you. And all of you as well. I'm so thrilled you could all join me for this very special one afternoon only performance here at the former Homo, then Metro, and now beautiful Pantages Theatre. It's very exciting. You know, when it comes to huge openings, a lot of people think of me. We are here courtesy today of one Mr. Bobby Niederlander, one of the owners of this hallowed hall. On bended knee did I beg Bob for my Los Angeles debut. He told me not to talk with my mouth full. Oh, I'm moved, ladies and gentlemen. I'm moved by the simple fact that this cruelly abridged corpus you see before you, it is presently being supported by the same groaning planks that once cradled the Academy Awards, where Jerry Lewis cracked wise and where Grace Kelly batted her eyes. To think, where Frank Sinatra received a statue called Oscar right here, and where I received a stagehand called Oscar right. No, that wasn't Oscar, that was Alice Cooper. Oh, imagine me, ladies and gentlemen, me, look at me, in the birthplace of such legendary West Coast premieres as Buddy, the Buddy Holly story, and Mike Tyson's Undisputed Truth, and of course, most recently, Hurt Locker, the musical. It was in a rock opera, which opened last night and closed intermission. But Bobby Niederlander let us have the set for one more day before they strike it. So once again, thanks, Bob. You know, just think of me as a theatrical hermit crab that's just wriggled into its new shell. How does it look on me? Absolutely didn't hear me. How does it look on me? Legitimize me, ladies and gentlemen, you really do. But let's be honest, shall we? Many of you here today have only recently become aware of me. It took a tragedy for you to finally pay attention. How about now you're interested? Intrigued, even. So, like, who is this Hedwig? How come we've never heard of her before, Jerry? That is a question I have been asking myself for years. How did some slip of a girly boy from communist East Berlin become the internationally ignored song stylist you see barely standing before you? That is what I want to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to talk about scandal or calamity. I'm not here to talk about my relationship with a certain well-known rock icon, Tommy Gnosis. Even though, at this very moment, by some freak coincidence, with no prior knowledge on my part, or my people's part, tonight he is launching his tour of atonement just a few blocks up the way at the Hollywood Bowl. Hello, Los Angeles! Listen, there's someone else I want to thank for the way they've handled this tragedy. With incredible loyalty in the face of a lot of lies. And that someone is you, my fans. And together, no one's gonna tear us down. Enemies, adversaries. I wrote every song on that album, and by the way, TMZ got it right. Yes, he was driving, he was on blow, he was getting blown by yours truly, and he did hit the school bus full of deaf children. One survived, now blind. I taught him everything he knows and has apparently forgotten about rock and roll and barely mentions my name on that giant sucking sound Anderson Cooper Calls a show, which I'm sure you all saw, because if you hadn't, then I'd be singing to the coat check, and if I was lucky, maybe to James Franco in the back with a handicap. All of the privileges of homosexuality and none of the responsibilities. I'm sorry, James. I'm in a mood today. I'm wide open. You are all currently looking at a locker full of hurt. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the road is my home. My home, the road. And when I think of all the people I've come upon in my travels, I have to think of all the people who have come upon me. No, really, it's the geography of human contact. Yeah? The triangulation of a pair of eyes on my face, the latitude and longitude of a hand on my body. These are the only clues I have to my place in the world, to who I am. Who is Mystery Woman? I laugh because I will cry if I don't. I recently found my first diary, ages 2 through 6, fully illustrated. And I realized that so many people have touched me on my way to this stage tonight. How can I say who touched me the most? My father, the American GI who left before I was barely old enough to speak my first words. Daddy, when I grow up, I'll kill you. Could it have been my East German mother? No, when she touched me, it was usually by accident. Except for one day, we were watching Jesus Christ Superstar on American Forces television. I turned to Mother. Jesus said the darndest things. She slapped me. Don't you ever mention that name to me again. But he died for our sins. So did Hitler. What? Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Better to be powerless. My son. Well, when the wall went up, her wish came true. We happened to be living on the east side, and Mother was given a job teaching sculpture to limbless children. They made a lot of plays. Socialist, God rest its soul. Well, most of my time was spent listening to American Forces Radio. Oh, you have no idea how important you used to be. Our apartment was so small that Mother made me play it in the oven. Late at night, I would rest my head on the top rack. And I would listen to the American masters, Tony Tanini, Debbie Boo, Anne Murray, who was actually a Canadian working in the American idiom. Then there were the crypto hobo rockers, Lou Reed, Iggy Pop, David Bowie, who was actually an idiom working in America and Canada. These artists left as deep an impression on me as that oven rack did on my face. Oh, to be a young American, you must grab love, soft as an easy chair, not even a chair. I am, I said, have I never been mellow? Have I never tried? And the colored girl said, oh, I sang along. But never with the melody. How could I do it better than Tony or Lou? Once I couldn't resist. It can't be wrong when it feels. Mother threw a tomato at my head. But I was quite content to sing gentle backup harmonies in my oven while Mother Scott did the shower. When the hour grew late and it was time for bed, Mother would shout from the bathroom, "Well, that's me!" And I would reply from the kitchen, "Well, I guess that's me too." And we would brush our teeth and wash our feet and lay down on the narrow pallet we had shared since Daddy left. Like two pieces of a puzzle that don't quite fit but are jammed together and left on a table by some dangerous shut-in with too much time on his hands. I'm sorry, I think I just broke the fifth wall. I'm completely dilated right now. I'd like to share with all of you a bedtime story that Mother once whispered to me in the dark and later retracted. Whatever allowed her to reveal such a story to such a little boy, I'll never know, but I remember it like it was yesterday. The earth was still flat, and clouds made of fire, and mountains stretched up to the sky, sometimes higher. Folks rolled the earth like big rolling cakes. They had two sets of arms, they had two sets of legs, they had two faces peering out of one giant head, so they could watch all around them as they talked while they read. They never knew nothing of love. 'Twas before the origin of love. The origin of love. The origin of love. The origin of love. And there were three sexes that one that looked like two and rolled up like two. Children of the sun, and similar in shape and earth were the children of the earth. They looked like two girls rolled up in one. And the children of the moon was like a fork shoved on a stone. They were once a part of one daughter, one son. Oh, the origin of the gods grew quite scared of our strength and defiance, and Thor said, "I'm gonna kill them all with my hammer, like I killed the giants." But Zeus said, "No, you better let me use my lightning like scissors, like I cut the legs off the whales, dinosaurs into lizards." Then he grabbed up some bolts, he let out a laugh, said, "I'll split them right down the middle, gonna cut them right up in half." And then storm clouds gathered them up into great balls of fire, 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 fire. last time I saw you, we had just split in two. You were looking at me, and I was looking at you. You had a way so familiar, but I could not recognize, 'cause you had blood on your face and blood in my eyes. But I could swear by your expression that the pain that you saw was the same as the one down in mine. Oh, that's the pain that cuts the straight line down through the heart, and we call it love. So we wrapped our arms around each other, trying to show ourselves back together. We were making love, making love. Oh, it was a cold dark evening, such a long time ago, when by the mighty hand of Joe. It was a sad story, how we became lonely two-legged creatures. A story of the origin of love. That's the origin of love. Oh yeah, the origin of love. The origin of love. The origin of I do love a good scrim job, don't you, Ellie? After Mother finished her story, she began to snore, but I had to go somewhere I could think. So I crept into the kitchen, and I put my head in the oven. Well, it is clear to me that I must find my other half. But is it a he or a she? Is it Daddy? He went away, or Mother? I was suddenly very afraid to go back to bed. What does this person look like? Identical to me or somehow complementary? Does my other half have what I don't? Did he get the looks, the luck, the love? Were we really separated forcibly, or did he just run off with the good stuff? Or did I? Will this person embarrass me? And what about sex? Is that how we put ourselves back together again? Is that what Daddy was trying to do? Or can two people actually become one again? And if we are driving on the Autobahn when it happens, can we still use the diamond lane? Practical questions of wholeness, of completion. Think of it. I thought of the power, the God. Oh shit, it's like, look, it's immigration, everybody run, it's immigration! Yes, it really brings everything into focus, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, if you behave yourself, if you behave, I just might let you shave my back later. What if you did? Sit down. Oh, I'm sorry I had to see that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? When I met him, he said that he wanted to be a model. A foot model, maybe. The fuck was that? It was so late it had an agenda. I'm taking signs from this one right here. Let me remind all of you very politely, there are no signs to take when one has no passport. Oh, how's my hair, ladies and gentlemen? Do you like my hair? How would you describe it in a nutshell? Effortless, socially advantageous. Look at all the advantages I have in the back of my head. Look at this. Arguably facetious. Any adverbs, adjectives from this crowd today? No? What was that? I hear Sarah Paulson. And Sarah, why do you have to promote yourself when you come to these shows? You're a decorated actress, you don't need more promotion. No, wasn't a valid adjective. Sorry, Sarah, we're going to go with something else. Do you mind if I give you another 2 sets of words? You're clearly thinking people, which I appreciate. I see the wheels turning in your heads. I'd like to give you 2 words. I'd like to think of my hair as morally ambiguous. It's my favourite one because you really do have to wonder whose hair it was originally. Certainly not yours, sir. Definitely not. No, I like to think of it as coming from some single Sri Lankan mother of 10. Grow it out, bleach it, chop it off, have another kid. It's a global economy. Oh, don't give me that look, Mr. Vegan in a leather jacket. Look, Ellen, I've earned the right to feel nothing. I've had my heart removed to fit into this fucking dress. Look at me. Suddenly I'm a perfect sample size. Right off, I realized there was only one person who had ever really been there for me in my life. And that person was me. The accident was a cry for help. I was yelling help to me. Well, what about me? Huh? Without me, he would have never swerved into that oncoming short bus and revived his moribund career with a well-timed redemption tale. Gag order be damned. It all went down in the newly annoying DTNA. I had just been barred from entering the gender-neutral bathroom at a Yum Yum Donuts. Apparently, it wasn't donut time. All of a sudden, Uber XL pulls up. Well, I hopped in, naturally mistaking it as my own. And I will cut, bitch. Inside the Uber sat Tommy No Sins. We were both so astonished. It had been years. So we dropped off the driver and drove around Santa Monica and Divine doing drugs and catching up. As you do on Santa Monica and Divine. He talked about the disappointing sales of his sophomore album, the one that he wrote without me. The first one went triple platinum, the second barely went pewter. He spoke of his loneliness. I reminded him of happier times. Well, I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and you know the rest. When the story broke, I heard nothing from him. Nothing. And all of a sudden, his people appear and offer me a small fortune to keep all of this to myself. As if I'd accept their filthy lucre. As if selling a tabloid story of someone else's pain was my only means of support. As if I hadn't already launched my new fragrance, Atrocity by Hedwig. A fragrance for a man or a woman. Or a woman man, or a man woman, or a woman or a wham. Or you. I digress. One day in the late mid-80s, I was in my early late 20s. I had just been dismissed from university after delivering a brilliant lecture on the aggressive influence of German philosophy on rock and roll entitled, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need to." By 26, my academic career was over. I had never kissed a boy, and I was still sleeping with Mom. The search for my other half on this side of the wall had proved futile. might he be found on the other. But how to get over? People died trying. Such were the thoughts flooding my tiny head on the day that I was sunning myself in an old bomb crater I had discovered near the wall. I am naked, lying face down on a piece of broken church, inhaling a fragrant westerly breeze. The new McDonald's had just opened up on the other side. Good God, I deserve a break. The sun is hot, but I feel a sudden chill. I look over my shoulder. A head-shaped shadow is resting on the pillow of my ass.
Girl, I sure don't mean to annoy you, but my name's Sergeant Luther Robinson.
I turn my body to face him. My name is Hansel. Luther is silent for a moment as he stares at my little bishop in a turtleneck.
Hansel? Well, you must like candy.
I like gummy bearchen. Out of his pocket comes a strange American-looking packet that says gummy bears on it. Gummy bears. I select a single clear bear. It is the biggest one I have ever seen. The taste is completely different from a gummy bear, and yet somehow familiar. It's much sweeter than a gummy bear, and softer too. Its little gummy body stretches on the rack of my molars. Wow! I feel so optimistic. He pours me a handful, his eyes heavy with an unfamiliar desire. Could it be a desire to please me? I suddenly recognize the flavor in my mouth. It is the taste of power. It's not that.
Damn, Hansel, I can't believe you're not a girl, you're so fine. Why don't you take the whole bag?
He searches my face for news of his fate. His expression is echoed in scores of tiny faces pressing against clear plastic, panting faces of every imaginable color and creed and non-Aryan origin, fogging up the back like windows of a Polish bathhouse. It's only a shower! Absolute power! I push Luther away and stumble naked through the ruins back towards bland and less complicated confections, leaving in my wake a trail of rainbow carnage! The next day, Hansel follows the trail back, and lying on my slab are 3 Milky Ways, a roll of Necco wafers, some pop rocks, and a giant-sized sugar daddy named Luther. Licorice drops with Jenny Roll. Hey, sugar daddy, Hansel needs some sugar in his bowl. Oh, may I find China on the linen, polish up the chrome. If you got some sugar for me, sugar daddy, bring it home. Got chocolate ashes. You're my orange blossom honey bear. Sugar daddy, bring me Versace blue jeans, black designer underwear. Sugar daddy, let's dress up like the disco, dancing jet set in Milan room. If you got some sugar for me, sugar daddy, bring it home. Oh, the bear I control. Let the rush of rock and roll.
stone.
Oh, Luther, darling, heaven knows I've never put on women's clothes, except for once my mother's camisole. So you think you're being a woman, you truly love it. You are being a dress, I'll be more woman than a man that you can stay. I'll be your vegan summer shot clamshell on a sea of marshmallow roll. If you got some sugar on it, shut it down and bring it home. It's our tradition to control. Let every color come and help it cold. From the Ukraine to the road, oh yeah, as we go over our lives. Lord, I'm coming home. Come on, sugar, let it bring me home. Oh my God. Well, that was called Sugar Daddy. Speaking of sugar, we got some sugar right here. You could turn me into a diabetic, honey. I'm glad you still have your glasses. I thought they'd still be inside of me at this point. But bless you for wearing protection. The glasses, smart idea. Now, what's your name, then? Actually, you know what? I prefer to keep sex anonymous, don't you? I think you know what I'm talking about. Let's keep it that way. You know, I'd love to squeeze you into my tight little agenda later on. Did you come as a pair together? Oh, well, maybe we could all come as a threesome later then. Oh, don't mind you. Yitzhak, what does my tomorrow look like? I believe I have a number of appointments, and an even greater number of disappointments, really. If you're lucky and he doesn't get too jealous, you could be my first and second disappointment tomorrow. How fun would that be? Though I wish you'd use a breath mint, Mr. Tunnelot. You know, actually, that reminds me of an ex-flame of mine. He used to, what did he do? He used to pop a couple of Tic Tacs and start grabbing me and kissing me because he was famous. He did it all the time. You know, truly, to be honest, I didn't mind it at the time, and I don't mind it now because really, I'm a nasty woman. Very important part of the show that I'd like to bring something up. It's been bugging me for a while. Baby, stop it. I was kidding with Tom and Art. It's okay. We have a mess on our feet. This is embarrassing. Gosh, if I wanted to see a mess in an LA theatre, I could just go see LA theatre. Oh, look, it's the love theme from the Hurt Locker. Oh, he looks very interested. Is there something you'd like to share with this crowd? Something you want to do? You know what? I need to abort this mouth baby I just had with Mr. Tuckathon over here, so I need to abort this thing in my mouth. Why don't you take a moment for yourself? Go ahead, sing for me, my angel of music. Go on.
Can they hear it B flat?
Oh, don't worry, it'll be flat.
Locker, it's tender and it's raw. We're filled with shock and awe, and we will be consumed when love explodes.
I just think Lea Michele was better in the role.
We will be consumed.
Just stop believing. Don't hold on to that feeling. Please, mind Grab it, I'm trying to defy his gravity. Hang on to that. Yes. Now, what were we talking about before that? Disaster piece. Oh yes, how could I forget? We were talking about me. Yes, well, Luther and I, we got married, but it was not a traditional wedding. Now, for example, when Luther popped the question, I was on my knees. Yes, we're back! Well, the next day, I invited Luther home for dinner. After dessert, he produces a ring, an application for American citizenship, and a wig. He loves me, Mother. He wants to marry me and get me the hell out of here. I put the wig on my head. It is a hideous beige shag. Mother, is this plan so crazy that it just might work? Mother's face might have been a photograph, it was so still. Get me my passport and my camera, Hanson. I know a certain party. It's a simple cut and paste job. We change the photo and you can use my name, Hedwig Schmidt. That's so simple, ladies. Baby, you know I love you. I'm always thinking of you. But I got to marry you here in East Berlin, and that means a full physical examination. Why, they will see right away that, baby, to walk away, you got to leave something behind. Am I right, Mrs. Schmidt? I've always thought so, Luther. Hanson, to be free, one must give up a little part of oneself. And I know just the doctor to take it. Don't move. Go! Change operation got botched. I got an angel fell asleep on the watch. Now all I got is a body down crunch. I've got an angry itch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got an angry itch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got an angry itch. I'm from the land where you still hear the cries. I had to several times. I changed my name and assumed the disguise. I got an angry itch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got an angry itch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got an angry itch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. The train is coming, little time on the track. I'm trying to get out, but can't get the slack. I got an angry itch. Angry itch. Mother made my tits out of clay. My boyfriend told me that he'd take me away. They dragged me to the doctor one day. Yeah, I got it every year. 6 inches forward and 5 inches back. I got it every year. 6 inches forward and 5 inches back. I got it every year. Long story short. Yeah, long story short. When I woke up from the operation, I was bleeding down there. I was bleeding from the gash between my legs. My first day as a woman. Oh, maybe it's that time of the month. But 2 days later, the hole closed up, and the wound healed, and I was left